building. All around, you can feel it in the air.
So it's a couple of weeks till we leave, and as you can see, the place looks like a box factory. These things are like gold for us at the moment. I'm basically, any of these boxes that I can find like on Facebook Marketplace, when they're free, I go and grab them. And the reason is, these boxes are like thicker. The ones I got from Bunnings, I bought some, paid some money for them, and they seem very flimsy and a bit large. So now, as soon as anything comes up on Facebook Marketplace, I go and grab them off people's nature strips and stuff. What we have done is, it still looks like a relatively normal kind of house, but what we've been doing is cleaning out each of the all of the drawers and stuff, and we've just got the kind of bare minimum that we need to live, like a few cups, plates, cutlery and that. But everything else we packed away, and I'll show you that in the garage. We've got piles, like we've got one pile over there to go in the van. We've got stuff to pack, stuff to throw away, stuff to go to the charity op shops and that. Yeah, this is kind of the most stressful bit. And you need to allow a bit of time. I thought this would take a couple of weeks to do this, probably 2 or 3 times the amount of time it's taking us than I thought it would. So definitely give yourself plenty of time to do this. Packing up, source the boxes as early as you can. That would be my other tip. I'm kind of scrambling now, getting the boxes as we go, but yeah, we're getting there, almost there, and it's starting to hit home now. This is quite a stressful time actually, just getting everything. You don't realize how much rubbish you have and how much you accumulate. So yeah, it's kind of a good feeling but very stressful. So get in there with a pantry. Again, we got 3 piles, one to throw, one to put kind of in storage, and the other to take to the caravan. We did get ourselves a skip, which is almost full. 3 cubic meter one. Probably about the right size for us. And it does feel surprisingly good to pay someone to throw stuff away. So, a bit weird. Anyway, we're getting there, I think. All clear. Ready for someone to rent it and call it their own for a little while. It's been hard work. It's a lot harder than you think, and it takes a lot longer. So start as early as you can. Anyway, that's us. We're out of here. So we've made it about 20 minutes down the road, and it is pouring it down. I just pulled over because it's starting to get a bit ordinary visibility. You excited though, Lily? Yeah. Luke? Yes. Yes. We're finally away. Woohoo! Yay! Alright, anyway, we'll give this a few minutes and hopefully it passes over, and then we can get going. We've got a few Ks to do tonight, so... Just leaving Dimboola. We had a good night here last night, free camp in town. We've stopped here a few times, so it's a good one. Nice distance from Melbourne. So we just pulled into St Kilda Adventure Playground, which is a massive playground. I'll take some shots of the slides and stuff, but it's huge. Worth coming here, definitely. It's just on the beach and just outside Adelaide. A little bit of a detour off the highway, but it's worth coming to. So if you've got kids, allow yourselves a couple of hours because you'll have a ball. Let's go, kids. There you go. Oh my goodness! That one's cool. Are you up there yet? All right. Whoa, Luke! There you go.
Is that fun? Yeah!
All right, Lily on the big flying fox. You ready?
Yep.
Well, let's go. Whoa. Whoa, the end is... The end is... Whoa, you're coming backwards. Was that good?
Oh, yeah!
So it's not just the slides that are massive, even the swings are enormous. That is ridiculous. Alright, Luke, give this a shot.
Oh, it swings really big. Dad, can you help?
I've got a push, do I? Alright, let's get you going and come back. Don't stop! Alright, we've got the family swing for 4 of us. Are you all ready?
Yeah.
We're going to go the opposite way. Let's go! Here we go! Woohoo! Oh! There you go, Luke!
I'm closing my eyes so I don't get... What if I close your eyes, Luke?
Oh, I feel sick. You'll still feel sick watching this for sure. So this park is worth a stop if you're coming past here. Allow a couple of hours. We haven't got long enough here, but still having fun. We're here at the Steamtown Heritage Rail Centre in Peterborough for the day tour. We did the night one last night. What do you reckon to that, Luke? Was that good?
Yeah. I mean, it was a little scary, but...
That was good. Yeah.
It was good.
And then... So we'll just do the day one and then we're heading off and going on the Eyre Peninsula.
They used to be a quarter mile long and they came through 24 hours a day. We now have one a day. We're the main route. They say that
You can drive it, you're not tall enough, Luke. Can you see out?
Yeah, I can see out the window, kind of.
And look, they've got the logbook or whatever.
It's a steering. Is the engine?
Massive.
It's worse than the other one. This one's just there.
This one's the maintenance car, is it? Beds, showers. It's luxury, it's like a caravan. Like a caravan train.
It's like a shower.
Yeah, make your own fire or your own hot water.
There's a mini stove.
another heater there.
Look at it, isn't it?
Go. You go. Brekkie.
Nothing in the pot.
Yeah, it's really low.
Yummy.
Oh yeah.
Take a picture of a train.
What's in there?
There's a toilet.
Oh, there's a flip down basin and a toilet. Straight onto the track? Yep.
Say g'day, George. Don't get frightened. Mildred is in bed, so she's asleep. That's good.
Oh wow.
George.
It's fancy.
Nice water.
There's George.
You get a bunk bed.
Toilet there. The nighty's hanging up ready. Oh, there's George.
This is basically like a real garden carriage.
This is a first class one,
Look,
like
the seat.
fancy.
It's a garden carriage. You have to walk down the
Who's
hall.
it? We used to have
Seats.
Gran and I. Oh, poor Mildred.
Oh
She's
wow.
sick.
Seats. How many seats are there? Seats.
Yeah, right.
And the football wearing this one.
Gosh. Nice, isn't it?
Here.
It is fancy.
Sit on there.
Piano? Is there a piano up there? Gosh. Just imagine.
Oh.
Their Commonwealth Railways history. And it was really quite sad because it was a huge railway depot for many, many years. Yeah, they had a roundhouse there as well, but theirs was Commonwealth Railways, whereas this one was South Australian Railways. But anyway, it was a big, much, many more. And in, of course, you've got your Toyota Hiluxes and things that run around now. And of course, they also run on the roads as well as the rail. And so Mr. Webb introduced the dot cart. Then in 1937, the South Australian government ordered 8 Morris 25s from Oxford in England, and they were put out because it isn't a very safe idea at all. But we all know Toby is Thomas and Bang Engine's friend, and he's cute. We love him. Now over here we have what I like to call the original mobile phone.
A very comprehensive tour. We're just going back into the front now. I think there's a few more things to look at in here. Ooh. These are the 3 gauges. If you're allowed. Yeah, maybe you're allowed. So this kind of shows why Peterborough was so important. It was right in the middle of the tracks. And the gauges. Which is why it's Steamtown, called a Steamtown. So we made a specific detour to Peterborough to do this stuff, and it was really fantastic. They've really improved since the last time we came. The tour is great. The sound and light show is good if you want a bit of history about the town. And it's worth dropping in here because, yeah, we really need to support these old kind of, you know, historical things. You know, they are struggling I think, for visitors and stuff. So if you're in the area, just drop in, have a look at this stuff. Even if you're not into trains, I think you'll really enjoy it. Another cool thing, in the 4 entrance and exits, or whatever they are, to the town, each one has a different sign, and each one has a different train on it, which is pretty cool. So I'll go to a few of them and film them, but yeah, each one's slightly different, so check them all out. This one's the sign on the way in from Adelaide. It's pretty well done. It's pretty cool. Even a little bloke driving the train, celebrating. And this is the 4th one. Just came across this, like an old dealership, but full of all old Commodores. Pretty cool. Some of these are worth a bit of money now. New caravan park. Train thing. So we're set up here at a low-cost camp. This is on the Eyre Peninsula. This one is on the east side of the Eyre Peninsula, at a place called Port Gibbon, and it is literally, that's our van there, and that's the water. Last night a bit of seaweeds washed up, but usually it doesn't even have any seaweed. So we did come here and we've come back because it's such an awesome spot. So there are a few spots like dotted up, I don't know if you can see those, but there's a few spots dotted up on the sand dunes. This place is $10 a night. You have to be fully self-sufficient basically. They do have a bin and I think some toilets. It may be showers up the other side as well. So there are some things, but it's pretty basic. But it is $10 a night at the moment. I think it had something like, it was on special, so maybe that will go back up to 20 or something. But these are the type of camps that we kind of love, is, just being right on the beach, pretty quiet, no one around to hassle you with their generators or whatever. But yeah, this is life. We've done a kind of a big loop and we're back on the east side again because I have to get the car serviced up at Whyalla, so we've done a bit of a huge detour to come back for that, but we'll get that done. We're going to go and check out in town. In Cowell there is a water park, jumping pillow, water slides, all kind of stuff, and people have been saying that's pretty good, so we might go and check that out this morning, and then we'll head up to Whyalla, and we've got a caravan park booked there. So anyway, this is a great spot. Add this one to your favourites on Wiki Camp or whatever. There's quite a few sites, so you'll just have to select which one you want when you get here. It's often windy. It has been quite windy here, but it's really settled down this morning, so we can enjoy it. It was so windy even yesterday that we couldn't even do a barbecue outside really. So yeah, it can be hit and miss, but when it's nice, it is really nice. Anyway, we'll catch up soon when we get into Cowell and get to the water park. So this is the water park in Cowell. It's pretty cool. It's even got full-on water slides. I think this will be us for a few hours now. Over there, jumping pillow. I don't know if you can see it in the background there. It's gonna go. The bucket's gonna go, Luke. We are currently, where are we?
Coffin Bay.
Coffin Bay, yes. We're at the Discovery Parks here in Coffin Bay. We are going to head into the National Park today and do a bit of forward driving, which will be good because we haven't really done any of that just yet. We probably should have stayed in the National Park. There is a campsite out there. We might have a look at that when we get out there, but if you do camp there, you get your entry fee for the day covered as well. So that's a tip for anyone that is coming down here and is going to go into the park. If you stay in there, you'll effectively get $12.50 off, or whatever it costs at the time you come. So yeah, we'll get set up. We're going to pack a lunch, and it's apparently an all-day exercise to go out to the point there. So yeah, excited? Yeah. Alright, let's get to it. We'll pack the car and get going. We've got our first roadblock. A couple of baby emus and its mum, or dad I guess. They are not moving. We've just entered the park. Paid our entrance fee online, so you probably want to do that before you come. You can do it once you're in here, but once you go past the front gate you have limited reception. So yeah, we'll keep driving down here and tune back in once we find something interesting. We're on the way in and we're at Point Avoid Lookout. We are midsummer, but you wouldn't know it. It is about 17 degrees, I think top of 19 today, and blowing a gale. So anyway, we'll have a quick look here and then keep moving and onto the forward drive tracks and get out to the point, hopefully. Whoa, it's windy here. Always a good sign to see. We'll let them down. I think there's a bit of sand driving, so we'll let them down below 20, I think. Letting the tyres down. We hit the sand pretty much straight away, so let's put it into forward drive. I might change it to sand for now. So here we go. Coming onto the beach. Finally, it's been a bit of rough kind of forward drive track so far. Just come across this. Looks like a big whalebone, I think. worth it, I think. Have a drive around there too. But this little bay here you can drive down onto. And if it was warm weather, I'd be having a swim in there, I think. But it's all kind of this rocky, the last half of it's been this kind of rocky track. So tough going, slow going. Extremely windy. And what's going on here? There's a stash of chips, hey! You've got to share with me.
No!
So we are at a low-cost camp. This one is Sharinga Beach, and we got the Starlink set up for the first time, and it's working great. So this one is, I think, $20 a night, so a little bit steep, but it is pretty much right on the beach. We might actually go and, do you want to have a look at the sunset?
Yeah!
Alright, we'll go up onto the sand dune. So there's just a sand dune protecting us from the wind. It's a bit breezy today, so we'll go up onto this sand dune and have a look at the sunset.
Whoa! Don't run over me!
Oh, it looks like a good one, Lily.
That was trip just there.
this is what you don't really get on the east coast, is beaches that face west. This one faces west, and you get a sunset like that. Wow,
Just stand on the mountain and you get
what a
big
ripper.
one. Woo!
Seems like almost every night you can get a really good sunset on the west coast. Enjoying it? So we'll set up a time lapse and see if we can get some good shots of this sunset, but it is a ripper spot, this one. And not another person in sight really, either which way, so can't complain.
Another person over there.
Whereabouts?
They're close to us.
Not close, no. Oh yeah, right over there in the distance.
You can't even see it. You can hardly see
Yeah.
it.
But for $20 a night, it's okay. A little bit pricey, but it's worth it for the spot, isn't it, Lily?
Yep. It's 100%.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Thanks for tuning in again this week. If you did like the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Join us next week as we cross and explore the Nullarbor. Thanks everyone.